So we have to pray for President Trump's health.
Yeah.
It was said by multiple people in the prophetic realm. We're gonna cover one, but about his health, and it said about I heard Troy Black talking about it and stuff like that too. But so we're just gonna go in. We're gonna pray for his health, and also what I wanted to say too. The conservative movement has to stop certain things too. They need to he'll have a health issue, but the conservative movement they'll like not show it, right? Because they don't want to accept it. But that is ultra stupid. But they'll shield the information and try to deny it because they feel people on the conservative side still want to feel like Trump is superhuman. He's still a man and an older man. So people still. So let's lock in. It's short.
Okay. See what they're saying. Yeah. But I've been praying for him the whole time.
Hey, good morning, family. Praise the Lord. Thank you for joining me today. Well, I put out the video yesterday, and I almost gave you a 2 video in one day. But that video I felt was very important to go over some of the things the Lord is showing us. But this video is a call to prayer. This is a very serious video. I started getting these warnings over the last couple of weeks. But as this week has been ending and I've been praying and driving around praying, the Lord has really had me praying for President Trump. And in the visions, I stopped and the Lord told me, he said, this vision lasted for a while, but I saw President Trump, and I've told you all about a major scandal that the enemy was going to try to take him out with a major scandal with
about a woman,
adultery kind of a scandal. But as I'm praying over this, it's not just one thing. The enemies, if they can't take him out with a bullet or any kind of poison or whatever, or impeachment or whatever, the enemy's going through. I told you I saw a storm around the White House in the last video. And all the branches were laying, but the light stayed on in the White House as I'm praying into this. And I could see a demonic witchcraft trying to settle in over the White House, over President Trump's health. For I saw an attack to try to give him a stroke. And the Lord said, pray over his heart for the circulation of the blood flowing through his veins. Okay. And the Lord came to me again. He said, Brandon, you need to be praying on the channel for President Trump. For there is a demonic ploy against his life concerning his health. And I saw his heart again in his arteries of his all throughout his body. There's something going on. And the Lord keeps warning me, this is an attack against his life. And I saw his blood pressure rise. He's getting upset. And because he has ate so much McDonald's and fast food over this time frame, his body is not having the right nutrition that he needs to take care of him, because he drinks a lot of Cokes, diet sodas, trash in his body. And the Lord warned me and said, because of what he's pumping full of his body's not getting the right nutrition. And as this went on, I saw him not able to finish his term. He still has three and a half years left. Yeah. Right? As I was praying into this, I saw Vance. And the Lord told me, he said, Brandon, I strategically picked Vance. Vance is in there. And I saw him as a great leader.
Yeah.
Similar to Trump. As I was praying into this, that J.D. Vance, I saw him in the background, and I saw J.D. Vance taking more of a role. And all of a sudden, like how you see J.D. Vance as godly, I would say, strong leader, strong morals, strong as far as being aggressive like Trump is in the international frame, like in how you would see like for international stuff. He was very strong in the background. And the Lord told me, as I was praying, he said, pray over Trump's health. Pray over him. This is very serious. I saw him in a bed laying there, and he was underneath hospital care. And it looked very serious, what he like he was having like a stroke. There was something very serious with his veins. with his arteries and his blood pressure. Praying into this. I keep seeing about his heart. Praying into this because the enemy would have him try to die as a president. Not by somebody hurting him, but by bad choices in the past with demonic pressure. I saw great demonic pressure. Remember, I told you he was the log in the road. He was all these things that I've told you that was delaying the uprising of the beast system. So as I was praying into this, the Lord allowed me to go into 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029, 2030, 2031. And I'm just being real with you. As I was looking into this, when it got to 2028, when the Shemitah cycle ends, I'll just be careful with how I say this. That's a great time frame for the rapture of the church. That's what I'll say. It's a great time frame to be praying about. As I was looking over the hell that I saw coming with the plague and a major financial events and all these things that are coming, it looked to me like this is a great opportunity for us not to be here. That's why I was praying for it.
Okay.
Wow. That's big. That's
Yeah, it
big
is.
right now. 2028. Wait a minute now, Lord. I still got lots of stuff I need to do.
Right.
I want to do. Wait a minute now.
I want you to, and before we go into that topic, I want you to just do a fast skim through read, but like, where they can understand it, but kind of go through fast. And
So we got to message Trump and tell him he need to be eating some salads and broccoli.
we're going to talk about that.
Okay.
But I wanted to get an understanding because nobody's talking about his health. Conservative movement wanted to completely quiet, and I don't like that. That's goofy. You try to tuck something. Oh, it's not. No. So skim through real quick for me.
Okay. President Trump on Saturday spent time on the golf course, dispelling rumors that health issues were keeping the president out of the public eye. He was spotted at Trump National Golf Club in Sterling, Virginia, after his schedule was void of public events for several days in a row. The empty agenda set off a flurry of social media posts raising questions about the president's health after a photograph of bruising on his hand during a White House cabinet meeting went viral. Veteran journalist Laura Rosen, in a thread on the social platform X, has kept tabs on the president in recent days, fostering responses from the public about why Trump was steering clear of the media. On Saturday, she reposted photos of the president at his Virginia golf course. Vice President Vance earlier this week also brought Trump's health back into the spotlight in an interview with USA Today on Wednesday. Vance said he was prepared to step in should something happen to the president, though. He noted that the commander-in-chief, I don't need your help with that, is in incredibly good health. Yes, terrible tragedies happen, he said, but I feel very confident the president of the United States is in good shape, is going to serve out the remainder of his term, and do great things for the American people. Come on. And if God forbid there's a terrible tragedy, I can't think of better on-the-job training than what I've gotten over the last 200 days, the vice president added. Wow. His comments come just more than a year after Trump's ear grazed by a bullet during an assassination attempt at a campaign rally in Pennsylvania. Trump, 79, became the oldest president to be sworn in when he returned to the Oval Office in January. Speculation around his health was also reignited last month after White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt announced during a press briefing that he had undergone testing for swelling in his legs and bruises on his hands, such as the one seen in the photo that circulated earlier this month. He was diagnosed with chronic venous insufficiency, a common condition for people older than 70 where their veins struggle to pump blood back up to the heart. Wow. The bruises are often covered up with makeup. Come on now. Trump. Vance and other Trump allies have brushed off potential health issues, pointing to the president's stamina and energy. And I know why they're doing that. I'm going to comment in a minute. He's the last person making phone calls at night, and he's the first person who wakes up and the first person making phone calls in the morning, the vice president said Wednesday. I know. The concerns are also come as Trump has seen a dip in his approval rating in recent polling. The president also sat for an in-person interview with the Daily Caller earlier this week, which was published on Saturday.
Okay.
Well, I know they want to kind of be hush-hush about it because it's a lot of hope in him. It's a lot of hope in him, and he carries a 2-ton pound block on his back
Yeah.
and his worry. And I do believe that he is the last one to go to sleep and the first one to wake up. And we were talking about this recently. I was like, does he sleep?
Yeah.
How does he rest and lay down?
Which is a great thing for
a younger person for a short period,
but a tough thing for an older man. You have to understand, Trump is almost 20 years from being 100 years.
But Biden got that wrist.
No, two different spirit. Trump, I believe that the stamina of Trump is become from, like he said, genetically. That's a genetic stamina.
Oh, yeah.
And drug free.
That's how he's wired. I feel
alcohol free and not putting too many things. Not saying it's wrong with and a little bit of something, but it doesn't pull him down.
But I will say, that they need to encourage him to eat better, and maybe they are. I mean, that's the thing. We assume that people aren't saying anything, but just because we don't see them say anything, don't mean that they are. He has the best chefs, I'm sure, across the globe in the White House preparing meals. So, but if he don't want it, because look at his wife, she's slim.
I was thinking that what I think for every president that sits in that seat, it should be mandatory that you have to, for 30 minutes a day, the official trainer of the White House comes and y'all have to do a jog around the White House, or y'all have to do some form of calisthenics or some exercise every day for 30 days. And I feel like a president should be on a meal plan, regardless whether they say it or not. They should be on a clean meal plan with giving them maybe one cheat a day or one cheat every other couple of days. Like if Trump likes McDonald's, give him McDonald's maybe once a week. If he likes a Coke, give him a Coke maybe 2 times a week. But they needs to have some protocol at his age, fitness and that will give him longevity. But the problem is usually the people on the conservative side can be fat and greasy themselves. And I'm not just saying because I'm saying it can be. I'm a conservative, but I'm big and greasy, but I'm just saying that you have to watch your health. And if that's not the thing that they're promoting, that's not promoted on the conservative side. It's not.
Well, I mean, I don't know what
it's not promoted, and neither is it promoted on the liberal side. But so they need to be on top of his health. That needs to be a part, whether a president likes it or not. They need to be able to be healthy.
Well, every day for 30 minutes sounds great, but I just don't see that. But if he can commit to 3 days,
he can do it in a suit. Let him do it in a suit if he wants to.
3 days a week. Put one of those treadmills we used to have right up under his desk, or in wherever he's at the most in the White House when he's there. Make him stand up there and walk for 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Take off the shoes, put on some tennis shoes, and let him do it in the suit.
Well, yeah, because if you can, because I don't. So you got to still think, even though he golfed, I still think that's limited because you're hitting and then you're getting in the car and riding. So it's really just you get some shoulder and a little bit of core.
Exactly.
But he needs some cardio.
Exactly.
And his meal plan needs to be redone. Mm-hmm. Oh no, he needs to have one. Right. And I know that the White House can officially hire somebody to come in and be the trainer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if all the conservatives and everybody who keeps trying, and all the people that keep trying to hide the stuff that he, with his health, you need to be a part of the solution and start suggesting and sending to the White House, letters to the White House, say, hey, we need to make sure that our president is healthy. You can do that.
I mean, true. And put on his, Truth Social? Send him a message.
Yeah,
tweet.
Yeah.
I am almost like, okay, President Trump, we love you, but we need you to be eating some your greens, some lean meats.
Not no stinking McDonald's.
Look, you don't have to do the quinoa, but at least get you some jasmine or some, basmati rice, white or brown, either one, sweet potatoes. But we need you to have some healthier meals, and for one of them 3 meals you have. If he does that, he might not even eat 3 meals.
I don't see it. I see him being like I eat one time on the plane. And listen, that it ain't but so much makeup can cover up them white hands. You know what I mean? So it's saying like you can have how many spots he gonna need put it covered up. No, I mean
and his ankles.
And the people, but they wanted to play that off like, oh, it's just because he shakes a lot of hands. That's bull crap. His health is on the line, and people just don't want it to be because of the hope and the Americanness that he brings to the country. So they would rather that it be American and then just hope for the best. You can't do that. You have to put a plan in place.
Well, yes, exactly. And we don't know that they're not telling him these things. They could be very well giving him suggestions.
I think it should be mandatory.
But
as a president,
he could say, I'm not eating this. Bring me this. But whoever the chefs are, I'm sure. I just don't see the chefs at the White House, cooking no unhealthy meals for him. He has to feed multiple people there. I mean, numerous people. I just don't see it. And when I saw his granddaughter who posts, on YouTube, that meal was fire. That spread that they had, I don't know if just because it was Thanksgiving or whatever it was, whatever the situation was. But yes, we have to encourage and praise
every day
our
he needs
tweets
some
and letters, guys.
And
we
I'm not
must
talking
do
about
that.
listen. And I'm not talking about walking from there to Air Force One or the plane. No, I mean he has to have mandatory exercise every 30 days. Trump is almost 80 years old.
Well, he needs at least 3 days a week, at least. Cause we got to be realistic here. I don't know. I'm
What you doing?
about to see about pulling up Truth Social quick because I want to send him a message right now.
All right, so
Yep.
all right, y'all.
Man, that's crazy.
Pray for Trump's health. If you really care, send a letter to the White House saying that we want to make sure that he stays healthy because he needs to be able to finish out his term. And I heard from 2 prophetic ears that it's a high possibility that Vance is going to have to step in at some point in the presidency because of Trump's health.
So which one is it? Is it this one?
You're on X, Joy, not Truth
I
Social.
know, but I want to put it on X too because he's there too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that
I
him?
think it's the real Donald Trump or something like that. Truth Social is the different site. Trump is Trump on X.
Oh, okay.
All right, y'all. We're gonna close this one out, man.
All right, y'all.
Smash that like button. See you on the next one.
You guys.
Bye.